Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set to get underway with our first competitors here tonight, our judges of the cutout shootout, Mr. David Thorne and Mr. Matt Holtz. And of course, they have the job in very capable hands. But I have some very, very exciting news before we get underway. And for the first time at Willinga, for the first time ever, we are going to take into the semi-final tomorrow morning, semi-final time, 10:30, every single double score. How's that sound, ladies and gentlemen? Every single double score will come back for the semi-final. 121 competitors will get to start from scratch, and of course this will open up this competition completely. The Willinga Park Ringers Western Wear Gold Buckle Championship Camp Drafting with $235,000 in prize money, $100,000 to the winner, and we will have 121 competitors with double scores come back for that final here tomorrow at 10:30. So a lot of smiling faces. I can see them from my position. We are set to go. Ben Rossiter. Now there will be two in, two out, the way in which the cattle process will work here. They'll change cattle in the camp at 21. And of course the finalists numbers will be advised here at the completion of this event. Once we get the all clear from our judges that they are happy to get underway, Matt Holtz and David Thorne. Ben Rossiter will be first in on Smarty. Scott Shea with Morse's Checkmate, and a third competitor will be William Chugg with Beldiva Posh. Now folks, tonight is your night. Our spectators, we want to have a little fun. We want you to encourage these guys, and if you think they need to put another turn or two on, don't be afraid to yell and scream and encourage them. The louder you clap, the louder you cheer, there's a better chance of a 24-25 in this round of the competition. Okay, judges here tonight have given their order of opportunity. David Thorne, Matt Holtz. These guys certainly know the situation when it comes to this event. $10,000 in prize money. Ben Rossiter from Tamworth. Lune will be our first contestant. Hey, you're a little quiet, folks. Give him a little encouragement. Come on, Ben. It's our first competitor out here tonight, and we will have a camp score for Ben Rossiter and Smarty. Camp score of 15.5. 15.5 for Ben Rossiter, 15.5. Well, here's one of our local support teams, Scott Shea. Haven't they done a great job over the years working here at Willinga? Scotty Shea riding Morse's Checkmate. Scott has been on the livestock and cattle team for many years, as long as I've been coming to Willinga. He'll be followed in the camp by William Chugg, Beldiva Posh. Alana Chamberlain will be the first of our female competitors. John Templeton, Michael Reid and Lockie Sim. Come on, folks, one of our local popular figures here this weekend. Let's do it, Scott. Wow, good way to start, Scott. First round of our competition here this weekend. Camp scores are coming through. And it is official. We've got a nice start. 23 for Scotty Shea with Morse's checkmate. 23. Okay, next in will be William Chugg, Belle Diva Posh, followed by Alana Chamberlain and John Templeton. Now, the final of this event, the final of the cutout and presentation, will take place around about 6:30 tomorrow evening here on Friday the 15th of May. And, of course, that's just before Chris McGrath goes on stage as our entertainment group. So the final of this event and presentation will be staged here at 6:30 tomorrow evening. Well, William Chugg, he's got his out, trying to do the best, trying to keep in touch with Scotty Shea in this opening section. Belle Diva Posh, little horse that he rides here today, and the judges have come up with a score of 22.5. 22.5 for William Chugg, and Belle Diva Posh, 22.5. Here's a popular figure. First of our female competitors, Alana Chamberlain. Great to see these young ladies stepping up. She's riding a horse called Smart, Spin and Aces. She'll be followed in the camp by John Templeton with Tell Us Two Times, Michael Reid with Annie's Gift, and Lockie Sim with Highbrow Heaven CD. Just while we get this one set, reminder to all ladies, we start here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. It's the Ladies Dash for Cash, shootout and presentation. One round, one head, it will be a real dash for cash. Okay, Alana, let's see for all the girls support on here throughout the competition. Alana Chamberlain. Scores have come through. Score of 22 on that occasion for Alana Chamberlain, riding Smart, Spin and Aces, a camp score of 22. Still leading the competition at this early stage, Scott Shea with Morse's checkmate. John Templeton makes his way back into the camp as he's done so many times this weekend, riding his nomination, Tell Us Two Times. Michael Reid at number 6 to follow on, Lockie Sim at 7, and Dean Rogers. Well, not wasting any time. It's all about the $10,000 in cash offered here for this competition. Scores come through for John Templeton. Tell Us Two Times, who had a camp score today of 20 points on that occasion. For John Templeton, number 6 riding into the camp will be Michael Reid, riding Annie's Gift. Lockie Sim at 7, Dean Rogers 8, Luke Thompson with the Avonmore Ice at number 9. On camp, watching at this occasion, number 6, Annie's Gift, ridden by Michael Reid. Chasing our leading score of 23 at this stage by Scotty Shea. Scores come through for Michael Reid and his gift. We've got a camp score of 15. 15 on that occasion for Michael Reid. 15. Number 7 making his way to the camp. This will be Highbrow Heaven CD. Ridden on this occasion by Lockie Sim. Be followed by Dean Rogers at 8, Luke Thompson at 9, and then we move down to David Cochran at number 10. And as we started the process, we'll have 2 out, 2 in, and we'll change the cattle at number 21. Okay, we've got Lockie Sim locked and loaded, riding Highbrow Heaven CD. Well, he's done this so much throughout the course of the last couple of qualifying rounds, and a nice run first up. Lockie Sim, Highbrow Heaven CD. And Lockie has been rewarded with a 22.5. 22.5, our second highest score in the competition, 22.5. Moving down, it will be number 8 into the camp. This will be Even Con, ridden by Dean Rogers. Now, there has been a rider change for Yvonne Moore Ice. That'll be Phil Collins. Dave Cochran at number 10 with Frozen Acres. Sam Campbell's up at 11 with SDP Scott David. And number 12 will be Matt Oakley with Hell Blazer. Well, let's see if Dean Rogers can be a new leader. He's going to need more than 23 points to take the lead in our competition from Scotty Shea. Boy, he's not trying. He is certainly not wasting any energy. We get him done, get him shut. And we come through with a score of 22 points for Dean Rogers and Even Con, score of 22. Our next competitor should be Phil Collins now. Phil Collins riding Yvonne Moore Ice. David Cochran will be 10, Sam Campbell 11, and Matt Oakley in at 12. Recapping the leaders, Scotty Shea, 23. We've got a couple of 22.5s. William Chug, as is Lockie Sim, 22.5. Okay, Phil Collins it is. Come on, folks, make a little more noise. Oh, no. Well, things were looking pretty perfect for Phil Collins. Camp score now comes in at an official 21 for Yvonne Moore Ice, and Philip Collins, 21. Moving down the list, we come down to number 10 in our competition. Number 10 in the draw will be David Cochran with Frozen Acres. Sam Campbell at 11 with SDP, Scott David. Number 12, Matt Oakley with Hellblazer. And then it will be 13, Bradley Comiskey with Springsteen. Okay, David Cochran says, let's do this. Frozen Acres, it is to the front of the camp. Jason, 23 points. Scott Shea, right out there on top, 22.5. William Chug, 22.5. Lockie Sim. Well, it's official. We've got David Cochran back in with a 23. A 23-point score takes him to a two-way tie for the lead with Scott Shea. 23 points, David Cochran and Frozen Acres. Move down a little further. Number 11 in our draw, Sam Campbell. These days makes his home in southeast Queensland, originally from Tamworth. And he is riding SDP Scott David. Matt Oakley at 12 with Hellblazer, Bradley Comiskey, and Keneal Beaches with Overtime. Well, nice way to wrap it up. Sam Campbell, SDP, Scott David. Judges see that as a 21.5. 21.5 for Sam Campbell. 21.5 for SDP, Scott David. Well, we go back down to number 12 in the competition. From Walker this time, this will be Matt Oakley. Matt riding Hellblazer. Bradley Comiskey with Springsteen, Keneal Beaches with Overtime. Well, makes it look nice, neat and even. Hellblazer, Matt Oakley. And scores come through for Matt in this round. It's another 23. 23 points for Matt Oakley, and Hellblazer takes him to a three-way tie for the lead. Three-way tie for the lead in this round. Bearing in mind, we come back at 6:30 as our showcase event tomorrow night. It's the final of the cutout competition, the final and presentation at 6:30 tomorrow evening, and we will announce those finalists as the evening unfolds. Bradley Comiskey at number 13 in our competition will be in next, riding Springsteen from Keneal Beaches with Overtime. We have a scratching at 15, and then we'll go to Wyatt Young at number 16. Okay, Brad, we're going to need better than 23 to break the top of the pack. 23 locked in solid at this point of time. Once again, Springsteen levels up in this round of our competition. Scores are coming through. Hey, Bradley, you like this? 23.5. We've got a new leader for Bradley Comiskey, Springsteen, and 23.5. Well, we get set to go with our next competitor, Keneal Beaches. Overtime, number 14 in the competition now. Bradley Comiskey, our leader, 23.5. Hey, where's all the girls out there, folks? We need a little bit of girl power right here, right now at Warringah. Come on now. Wow. She's not leaving anything in the basket, Keneal Beaches. Well, folks, it is girl power. State of Origin's on tonight for the girls. 24 points. Keneal Beaches takes the lead in our competition. Now, just as we touch on that, for all the people that would like to stay a little later tonight, at 7:45, the ladies' NRL State of Origin is on the big screen. So happy hours up until 8 o'clock. The VIP is up until 9, so no need to rush home early. We'll see all the rugby league and footy on the big screen. And, of course, it is still happy hour at the bar until 8 o'clock. So duck over there, grab your drinks as quick as you can prior to 8 o'clock and settle back and watch the State of Origin Rugby League competition on our big screen. Judges are just inspecting all the cattle to make certain that everything is up to spec, that all the eyes are all good and the cattle are all healthy, sound and fit for competition. It's great to see that we are fortunate enough to have David Thorne and Matt Holtz as our official adjudicators here this weekend for the cutout shootout competition. 24 points. Keneal Beaches is our leader, riding overtime. Wyatt Young on the camp at this point of time. He is riding Metallic Storm. Karen Butters with Cat Be Quick, and Jake Williams, handed to Lena, will be our next few competitors. Wyatt Young is certainly one of the aspiring young trainers out of Tamworth. A big contingent of trainers out of Tamworth made the journey down to Warringah. He will also feature in the Gold Buckle semi-final competition tomorrow. Horse he's riding here today in this event is Metallic Storm. Score in this round and division for Wyatt Young, riding Metallic Score, it's a 21.5, 21.5. Our next competitor that will face our judges here this afternoon is one of our co-hosts of the event this weekend, Karen Butters. Karen will be riding Cat Be Quick. She'll be followed by Jake Williams, handed to Lena. Hugh Miles will be back with Smooth Talker, number 19, and then Troy Palmer with Blue Tunes at number 20. Okay, we've got Curran sorted now. It's all about accumulating the points. Hard turns right there on the gate front, and of course delivering the knockout. She does a good job. Another one of our female competitors here this weekend, Karen Butters. Cat Be Quick. Well, judges are putting pen to paper. They like to score 23. Karen, 23 points in the cutout, puts her into equal second in the competition, just behind our event leader. Or into equal third, I should say. Still leading the competition, Keneal Beaches with 24. Bradley Comiskey, 23.5. And then it's back to the 23s by Matt Oakley, David Cochran, Karen Butters, and Scott Shea. We move to number 18 in this draw. This time it'll be Jake Williams riding Hand It to Lena. Well, we'll just wait for confirmation from our judges and officials. The situation there for Jake Williams with Hand It to Lena. Yeah, there will be a rerun for that competitor, a rerun. Okay, Jake's going to step straight back up to the plate at number 18 in our competition. Jake Williams will take that rerun with Hand It to Lena. Hugh Miles, you can be on standby, Hugh, with Smooth Talker. Number 20 will be Troy Palmer with Blue Tunes, and 21 will be John Templeton, Willinga Wildcat. Well, out clean, out crisp. Jake Williams wasting absolutely no time, and the judges marking it accordingly. We've got a score coming through of 23. 23 for Jake Williams. Once again, amongst the top three scores in our competition. Jake Williams, 23, with Hand It to Lena. Well, we're going to take one hell of a run to beat Keneal Beaches, 24, riding overtime. That's the high score in this first round. This is the first round of our feature cutout competition. The second round tomorrow night at 6:30 in the evening. Hugh Miles, Smooth Talker. Tamworth, New South Wales. Another one of our finalists that will compete tomorrow morning in the Willinga Park Ringers Western Wear Gold Buckle Championship Camp Drafting. Well, one thing about Huey Miles, he won't sit back and let it unfold. Let's give it all. Hey, come on, folks. Let's give Huey a little more rowdy reception here this weekend. Getting it done here in this round on Smooth Talker. Scores come through for Hugh Miles and the Smooth Talker with a camp score of 23. 23 for Hugh Miles, a camp score of 23 with Smooth Talker. Troy Palmer, Blue Tunes, number 20 in our competition. Troy is also qualified with several horses in tomorrow's semi-final of our Willinga Western Gold Buckle Championship Camp Drafting qualifying round. all fired up. We're looking to be better than 24 if he's going to take the lead here in this round of our competition. Well, folks, it's going to be up there, that's for sure. Blue Tunes and Troy Palmer. Scoring coming through for that contestant. Looks like it's solid at 23 once again. 23, Troy Palmer and Blue Tunes, 23. Well, we've had 4 horses back-to-back with 23. Karen Butters, Jake Williams, Hugh Miles and Troy Palmer, all at 23 at this point of time. And as we announced at 21, we're going to take a break. We're going to change the cattle in the camp and a fresh start for our next competitor. That indeed will be John Templeton with the Willinga Wildcat. 22 will be Tom Shea with Hannaford Stud Renegade. Dean Rogers at 23 with Dali Sweet Chili. And Lockie Sim back with No More Rain. They'll be the next 4 competitors in our feature cutout first round competition this afternoon. And just a reminder, as I mentioned moments ago, at the completion of our cutout, the ladies' NRL State of Origin will be played on the big screen at 7:45. Still happy hour at the bar until 8 o'clock, and the VIP is still open until 9 p.m. this evening. No need to rush home. The most important thing is to get those horses put away quickly, make it back to the bar under that 8 o'clock curfew for the happy hour section. Cattle are in, camp's ready, judges set. David Thorne and Matt Holtz as we get ready to go with John Templeton with Willinga Wildcat. Here we go, number 21 in the draw, John Templeton, Willinga Wildcat. Well, he's going to need to be wild. He's going to need to be better than 24 if he's to take the lead in our competition here tonight. Well, he's rock solid in this round. Judges pay that. They pay that in this competition. 23 points for John Templeton. Willinga Wildcat, 23 once again for John Templeton. Well, let's go to one of our young guns, Tom Shea, riding Hannaford Stud Renegade at number 22. Dean Rogers at 23 with Dali Sweet Chili. And Lockie Sim will be back with his second ride, No More Rain at 24. Come on, folks, we've got plenty of support for this young gun. Come on, Tom, show the big boys how to do it. And that was Tom Shea riding Hannaford Stud Renegade. Camp score in this round of 15.5 for young Tom, 15.5, but the experience gained this weekend riding against some of Australia's elite group of horsemen certainly will go a long, long way. We will move down to number 23 in the competition. This will be Dean Rogers. Dali Sweet Chili will be our next competitor. 24 will be Lockie Sim, No More Rain. 25 will be Cooper Penny. And 26 will be Philip Mansion. Well, come on, Dean. Let's see what we can do. We're better than 24 to take the lead in the competition, boys. Switched on. Needs a little more support, folks. We've got a camp score for Dean Rogers and Darley Sweet Chili of 22 in this round. 22 for Dean Rogers and Darley Sweet Chili. Into the camp, we have Lockie Sim once again back with No More Rain at 24. 25, we see Cooper Penny with Sort of Smooth. And 26 will be Philip Mention with Rockin' Style. Well, he's coming with a dash. He's coming to win some of the cash. Come on. Let's do it, Lock. Oh, man. Boy, oh boy, No More Rain. So close. There's a little pressure on with $10,000 on the line here this weekend for our Dash for Cash cutout competition. This is the first qualifying section with the finals tomorrow night at 6:30. We have a score of 15. 15 for Lockie Sim, a score of 15. Next competitor in the camp will be Cooper Penny at number 25 in the competition, riding Sort of Smooth. Philip Mansion at 26, riding Rockin' Style. And Michael Reed back with Confidence Man at 27. Still leading the competition, Keneal Beaches with a score of 24. Then there is a host of 23s in the competition, host of 23 and a half. 23 and a half with Bradley Comiskey, second at this stage. Then it's all of the 23s, and there's about 6 or 8 of them at this point of time. Okay, straight up, straight on. Cooper Penny, Sort of Smooth. Bouncing from one panel to the next. 24's one hell of a score. Well, unfortunately, there'll be no score for Cooper Penny on that occasion. It was Sort of Smooth, disappointing to round up this first section of our cutout shootout with Sort of Smooth. Don't forget, we start to wind things right into the semi-finals and finals here tomorrow. That's Friday, the 16th of May. Friday, we kick off at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, ladies. So an early night we would expect for all of our ladies Dash for Cash competitors. And the presentation will take place at the completion of that. Then we move on around about 10:30 with the semi-final of the Ringers Western Wear Gold Buckle Camp Draft Championship.
That will be staged at 10:30. 121 competitors for the semi-final. From there we go to the maiden shootout final and presentation. Just after lunch, the novice shootout final and presentation, the cutout final at 6:30 tomorrow night, and then straight into the great entertainment. Country music entertainer Chris McGrath from the south coast of New South Wales will be performing on our front stage. Getting set to go with our next competitor this time, it'll be Philip Manchin from Tamworth, New South Wales, Rock in Style. And for Philip Manchin, we've got a camp score here this evening. Next competitor on camp, we've got a score coming through for Philip Manchin of 21-21 on that occasion for Philip Manchin. Michael Reid, confidence man. Well, he's going to need plenty of confidence to break that 24-point lead at this stage. Following Michael Reid, we'll have Luke McEwen with Rowry Black Viper. Neil Beecher's back with Stylish Candy, and then it'll be 31, Bradley Comiskey. With a camp score of 15 for that competitor. Camp score of 15. Move down to our next competitor. We start to wind down to the serious end of the program. Luke McEwen. Rowry Black Viper. Followed by Keneal Beaches with Stylish Candy. And Bradley Comiskey with Blood Royal. And we'll eventually have a score through for Luke McEwen with Rowry Black Viper. It's a camp score of 15. Well, folks, if you've not been here before and watched this little horse in action, this is Stylish Candy. Keneal Beaches, and boy, oh boy, little mare, when she locks on, it is fun to watch. One of the stars of the cutout competition the last couple of seasons here, and Keneal is already our leader with a camp score of 24. Can she do it one more time? Keneal Beaches and Stylish Candy will be followed by Bradley Comiskey with Blood Royal, Matt Oakley with hashtag Banana. Okay, now's the time to get a little excited. Let's see if Keneal can go 1 and 2 in the competition. Come on, Stylish Candy. How's it looking, folks? Ooh. Well, she put it on the line. Just did not come to tuition here this evening. 15.5. Keneal Beaches, 15.5. Okay, number 30 was a scratching. 31 will be Bradley Comiskey. Bradley Comiskey riding Blood Royal. Number 32 will then be a scratching. We will move down to Matt Oakley, Andrew Turvey. Okay, we'll clear the arena, get set to go with our next competitor, Bradley Comiskey with Blood Royal. Matt Oakley to be on standby at the gate, please, Mac, with hashtag finale. Andrew Turvey with Cats and Roses. Matt Moffat with Miss Pepto Lena. Okay, we're switching on to Bradley Comiskey, one of our leaders in the competition, sits second on 23.5 at this stage. Blood Royal. Not leaving too much there in the tank, making 2, 3. Ooh. Well, judges have got him up there. Score coming through, 23. 23 today for Bradley Comiskey, 23. Just half a point behind his other nomination. That was Springsteen, 23.5, sitting in second in our competition so far. Okay, let's get ready to go with our next competitor. Once again, judges just placing their eye over the cattle in the camp, making certain that everything is within our specifications, ensuring that the welfare of the livestock, competitors, horses and cattle is always at the forefront. Okay, Matt Oakley signs on with hashtag finale. Okay, let's do it, Matt. Let's see if we can do something a little better than a 24. Well, folks, come on, let's pay him out. Little respect for the efforts put forward. On that occasion, Matt Oakley it was. Scores coming through once again for hashtag finale. 23, right in behind the driver's seat. 23 for Matt Oakley. Hashtag finale. Number 34, Andrew Turvey. He's a guy that's enjoyed a very successful 2 days thus far. We'll see him in the top 3 in the aggregate thus far of our Willinga Park Ringers Western Wear Gold Buckle Championship camp drafting. He will be one of the feature acts tomorrow in that semi-final. However, it all starts scratch. 121 competitors go to bed tonight knowing full well they've got as good a chance as anybody to win that $100,000 winner check here on Saturday afternoon. Yeah, that's right. 121 people go to bed tonight knowing that they've got a chance, a number 1 spot of winning that championship gold buckle and saddle. Andrew Turvey, Cats and Roses, followed by Matt Moffat with Miss Peptolina, and number 36 will be Wyatt Young with Sheedy, Spin and Pepsi. Okay, let's see what we can do, Turv. Be nice to win this. Well, plenty of pressure. Keep your eyes on the prize. Well, gets it done. Cab score coming through for Andrew Turvey, Cats and Roses. We have in this round. Camp score qualifying with a 22. 22 on that occasion, 22. Next up, take his opportunity, be number 35 in the competition, Matt Moffat, riding Miss Peptolina, followed by Wyatt Young with Sheedy, Spin and Pepsi. Number 37 will be Troy Palmer with Razor. Okay, Matthew Moffat, Miss Peptolina. 24 is our top score at this stage, 23.5 second, and then a mile of 23s. Well, he's solid through this first round, there's no doubt about that, and whether or not a lot of people waiting for that big round final tomorrow night at 6:30. Matthew Moffat, 23 once again in this round, 23. Staying within the race and within the hunt. Bear in mind, we come back and that's when big prizes will be distributed tomorrow evening at 6:30 for the final of this event. Next up in the competition, number 36, as we wind down our last 4 competitors, it'll be Wyatt Young, riding Sheedy, Spin and Pepsi. Okay, let's see if we can get one up for Wyatt Young. Sheedy, Spin and Pepsi right there on the job. Well, we're out. We're on top. We're still on control. Wyatt Young, Sheedy, Spin and Pepsi. Score coming through from the officials. It's a 21.5 for Wyatt, 21.5 for Wyatt Young, and Sheedy, Spin and Pepsi. 3 to go, 3 to complete this first qualifying round. That will be Troy Palmer with Razor, Bronny Puddicombe with Picasso Checks, and William Chugg with Bailey's Hooligan. Well, this is when we pull the hat down and, of course, get set to do battle, because Troy Palmer will certainly fire up. Razor will be his final horse to ride in this first section of our feature cutout competition, carrying $10,000 in prize money. Generally doesn't like to ride for second. Okay, let's turn it up a volume. Troy Palmer in action, riding Razor. Well, well, we've got him out. We're going to have a score through for Troy on that occasion. Not going to be one of our leaders in the competition. 2 to go. 2 to wrap this event up. 2 to wrap this competition up should be Ronnie Puttycombe and William Chugg, our final 2 contestants. Camp score of 15 for Troy on that occasion. 15. Ronnie Puttycombe enjoyed a very big win in the open drafting last weekend there in Tamworth at the KPH competition. Today in this event she rides Picasso Checks. Okay, Bryony, let's see if we can keep that form rolling. Well, that's going to put a little pressure on him. Wow. Wow. Scores are coming through. Well, we have got 2 girls in the competition, Bryony Puttycombe and Camille Bichaz, both on 24 points. I wonder how that makes all the male competitors feel. Ladies are dominating the cutout competition. William Chugg, final competitor. Bailey's Hooligan. William Chugg, one of our Queensland competitors here this weekend, riding Bailey's Hooligan. Well, we're done. We will have a cutout score coming through. For the competitor, 21.5, 21.5. What I can do for you right now, ladies and gentlemen, is tell you our finalists. Well, just while everybody does vacate the arena, I've had confirmation from within the office and the powers above that we're going to take everybody from 23 and above. 23 and above, that's... I'll just run through those competitors. It'll come back for the final tomorrow night. That's Keneal Beaches with overtime, 24. Bryony Puttigan, 24 with Picasso's checks. Then we go to Bradley Comiskey, 23.5. Scott Shea, 23. David Cochran, 23 with Frozen Acres. Matt Oakley, Hellblazer, 23. Karen Butters, Cat Be Quick, 23. Jake Williams with Hand It to Lena, 23. Hugh Miles, Smooth Talker, 23. Troy Palmer, Blue Turns, 23. John Templeton, Willinga Wildcat, 23. Bradley Comiskey, Blood Royal, 23. Matt Oakley, hashtag Finale, 23. Matt Moffat, Miss Peptolina, 23. And that will be our finalists. 6:30 tomorrow evening.